Okay, 5406 in-game. Let's do 5406 in-game here. And then we'll
Okay, yeah, ready.
go from here. All right, you good? All right, let's do 3, 2, 1, go. All right, bringing back the old school replay cast. Okay, here we go. So this is, we see this fight breaking out right here. Salomon with that ulti form jumping in. You see he's working on Dr. Repulsor, but at this point, Swiftblade is dead now, and now Salomon is going to try to get away with that Genjiro, but no, he actually opens on a Rhapsody and going to get him killed. Meanwhile, Mora getting picked off. Salomon going back in, actually, with Behemoth and the Shockwave, but Doctor still plenty alive. Flying around in the background, they do kill Kotlin, but now at what cost for them? You see that Frost Field play. Salomon, all of a sudden, he's by himself, really. I guess he does have Cthulhuphon here, but Cthulhuphon's low in life. Stunning through. Salomon at half-life or so is trying to even go back to finish off Magnus, but Doctor takes out Cthulhuphon, and now Magnus stunning Salomon. Storm Spirit going to keep him in place. This should be a kill. Well, again, as we know, it will be a kill. Salomon is going to fall here. Runs into the creep. Okay, so yeah, that's where he does get picked off right there. So yeah, about that, I mean, the decision to kind of go back in, that was really risky.
Yeah.
Obviously didn't pay off.
I was already confused at the time because I didn't hear your voice anymore, but I don't know. You see it in the chat, but yeah, it just felt really awkward. Like they're not targeting Dr. Repulsor in these team fights, and it's showing. It really is. He's doing so much damage without being harassed at all.
It's hard to. I mean, obviously the sheep sticks are good for that. We've seen it several times where you get into the fight and then you can sheep stick him and maybe try to work off of that, but if he's not sheeped or silenced or stunned for them, any kind of crowd control, he will be flying around. Then once he starts flying around, it's tough to then get that crowd control off. So, yeah, he clearly has proven to have massive impact here. But now coming out of that fight, so this is where Fresh does come to the Congo Pit, and they're going to eventually get the token, as we do know, once again. So we're kind of playing from or casting from a perspective of, we know the outcome, but we're kind of going back and witnessing what we did happen to miss right there because of the disconnect. But so then this is that Congo. They give the bananas to Behemoth and then token on Swiftblade, right? Yeah. So he gets that token there. Again, at this point, too, out of buybacks on Salomon. And just continuing to try to poke away at the top push right here, as we see. So. Oh, Sheep Stick, Salomon hits Gauntlet right there. Gauntlet is going to fall.
But Doctor in the back.
Oh, yeah, picks off more, and now he's got the shrunk. But and again, it's like they can't really do much about that. Especially with that shrunken up, although Swiftblade can, I guess, with the Brutalizer, but then as soon as he does, you see him flying away. Yeah, Baltazar really is such a nuisance here in this game. Oh, there I go, reconnecting. That is bad.
Yeah.
Oh, Tinker. All right, so they lost their middle racks at this point, of course. That happened a little earlier on. They're going to try for a play right here, it looks like, in the middle. But,
at top lane as well.
Not going to happen, though. Yeah, they have to port back, as we see. As Magnus is going to get caught now. And Magnus will go down right there. But again, Doctor's staying alive, 13-1-11 at this point. So now you got the token on Swiftblade. It's like, now what do they do with that? 3 minutes and 40 seconds remaining.
Yeah.
On the token here. It's hard
but
for
really,
them to just push.
Look at Doctor's icon charge is 38. He's almost at the maximum. He's regenerating his mana so fast. Yeah. Also due to the Hellflower. It's difficult. Man, Dr. Repulsor still surprises me how he can carry games like this.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, it's a team effort, but with great kiting coming up from the Magnus especially, and, Fusen's ultimates the entire time just on point. It's surprising that he can deal enough damage to bring them all down.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Parasite. He's going to actually run. This is where it's big. So that's how they caught him right here. Okay. Yeah, he just happened to be. Now, he's been doing this a bit this game where he's kind of been going around looking for kills. And, for the most part, it's actually kind of it's worked. And that's kind of what his role has somewhat been ever since he's been capped out in items here. But this time, he just happens to be found by that Bound Eye Parasite. And obviously, they kill him after that. So now with him dead, no buyback, because we're going to see them go top. But, however, even though they go top, they actually aren't going to be able to break through this yet. This is Well, yeah, I don't want to give it away, I guess. I guess we didn't actually cast this on the stream, so we'll see what happens. Moira goes down. Gauntlet going to be fine there. You see now the Hellborn team having to fall back here to the base now. So, again, Salamon's still dead for 40 more seconds. BMG isn't really going full throttle with this. Seems like it's taking them a while to try to get here.
They still realize that Swiftblade has the token, and I think that's the biggest part of it all. But, I mean, Balthazar still has 2 buybacks at this point.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he does still have 2, and that's of course, a huge thing. Whenever you have one carry with the 2 and the other carry with none in a game like this, that in itself could be the big difference right here, and very likely is this game. Swiftblade, so they do jump in the background on a Behemoth, but meanwhile Swiftblade over here actually getting Gauntlet. You see the Eruption practically doing nothing. But again, they're spending a lot of time here trying to go for kills rather than just finishing off the melee racks, and there's that Shockwave from Behemoth. Jumping in, takes out Gauntlet, and now Doctor's going to have to fly away. Magnus, will he be so lucky? Portal key, and it looks like it. Yes, just barely. Before they can catch him. But then over here, Salomon catches Doctor. Yeah. So, yeah, there we go.
Actually, I followed that this time. He post-hasted to the creep wave at top lane, and then managed to pick him off.
That was a good chase there from Probusk, making up for that perhaps earlier. But again, now Doctor has a buyback. We know this. Has 2, in fact. Salomon pushing by himself right now. I guess he is going to be joined.
Yeah, I mean, the token is still up on Swiftblade for another 40 seconds. They need to use it now.
There they go, pushing. They're going to try right here. Magma stunning it initially, though. Salomon already had 1/3 of his life, or 2/3 of his life, more so. Just running this whole time right here. He does not have an ultimate. Oh, that's definitely why. He's going to pop the Shrunken and just get out of there, as does the rest of the team. So they do get the buyback on a Dr. Repulsor. And at least force now him to be with 1 left. And it looks like the token is not going to be used. Yeah, down to 10 seconds here.
I mean, they've had multiple instances where they decided not to use the token, ultimately.
The whole game, well, I guess the second one was stolen even, so.
Yeah, the first one was stolen.
First one, that's right.
But when they had the second one, it felt like they were too scared to do anything when that was their time to shine.
Okay, so there's that rebuy the Shrunken again. 7,700 gold. Yeah, I mean, I know farms just kind of naturally going to happen, but there definitely have been some points where, like, creep roofs are at the base, and Salomon's going over to just farm them. You're just thinking, like, what is the purpose? Okay, yeah, here's the catch on the Swiftblade now. At the Congra pit area. There's a counter. On a Doctor, locked down, but Pearson so big with that protective melody. And now you see Magnus coming through with the Eruption to counter. Protective melody, no doubt, helping to save the day, though. Dr. Repulsor still well alive. The Icon charge is no doubt kicking in as well. And he's trying to survive up to the side, but there's another sheepstick, actually. The banana's used by Swiftblade. Doctor is going to barely survive. And he almost dies right here, even, before he gets over the ledge to actually escape. But, yeah, you can just imagine if he actually does die right here, you know, he would have definitely had to use a second buyback at this point, and then who knows how much it could have been different. But he did manage to live, just barely.
And this is what I mean. They're taking so long to mobilize right now. Had they all, I mean, Cthulhu Fund can post this in, but had they just been middle right now, just go for base towers, force the buyback from Magnus. Celtic doesn't have a buyback, Fusen doesn't have a buyback. Of course they don't know that, but you got to think that that this was their chance. They saw that they were getting back into the game.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you definitely can argue that for sure, but they instead kind of fall back, reset somewhat, and go back another rebuy the Shrunk. I didn't even notice that initially, but Probust does it yet again. So again, really after every single fight, might as well kind of deal, just to make sure to get as long as possible on the Shrunken Heads here. And now the top lane going to be pushed in by the Hellborn team.
But by now, Magnus, I mean, Parasite's already up as well as Fusen.
Here we go, into the base. We're going to try to work for it, but yeah, everyone's going to be up here, including Make. And no buybacks for Salomon as well as Behemoth right here, so you die. Could be pretty critical. There we go. There's the jump onto Salomon. What a hook. I didn't even notice that the first time. They pushed him in right there. Storm Spirit initially the same, but he's kind of in no man's land up here. He can't even ultimate. His ultimate's not even up, so they were doing this push without the ultimate. Yeah. Oh, boy. That's never a good decision as a Salomon especially. To try to make a big fight happen in a game without one of your two ultimates, let alone both of them. And now that I'm seeing that, watching the replay right here, what were they thinking?
I mean, I was arguing that they go before when people would be forced to use buybacks and then back off if they did use those buybacks.
Yeah.
But yeah, what you're saying, it's so right. Like, what are they doing going so late when everybody's up?
If
they should have.
Go ahead.
They should have just gone for, like, waiting for another Kong, just defensive.
Yeah,
at this point.
Mode. Yeah.
Yeah.
If he had an ultimate there, at least one. I mean, that's what I'm sitting there like, why is he? Oh, he doesn't have it. I mean, if he had one, that fight's so much different. But he didn't, and they knew that. It's not like something you have to guess on. Yeah, that conscious decision to push right there, and it's such a close game, as you said, and maybe it just would have been best to wait for another Conquer, but they do not. They choose to go a little aggressive, and now their bottom racks are going to fall right here. Finally, the Legion team is able to break through as they work towards the bottom lane. So once again, for those that are kind of a little confused what's going on here, again, we are recasting the last 15 minutes or so of the match here. Obviously, had some internet issues that caused the stream to have some hiccups there, and so I know you guys missed a bit of the content, so I wanted to go back and catch what we might have missed on the stream as best that we can do at least. So, but he's starting to get to a point now, fresh, that at least he is able to resurrect. I mean, the game's not over yet, of course. They say that, though. Meanwhile, Mori gets picked off. They're picking a fight over here. Solomon's not here just yet. They're going to catch Gauntlet, but now he joins the party. But here comes Doctor as well. Gauntlet, he is going to get low enough, eventually kill it here most likely. Dr. Pulsar, though, he's picking off supporting cast in the background. Behemoth going to be one of those. He will go down. Salomon, meanwhile, helping to chase down Magnus. The eruption, though, coming in. Now Doctor's flying after him. Swiftblade getting low, and yep, he is going to be picked off as well. Salomon running back in, but with that pound die, they're going to see him. And all of a sudden, Proboscis by himself right here. He does have a Shrunken. That might not be enough, though. He's, in fact, chasing Rhapsody, trying to get this kill. If he just kept running, you also kind of wonder if he could have possibly gotten away, but he does not. Hat trick for Baltazar, and now this is where they go for the final push here.
But, like, Bunny Lover can buy back because the tower died. I was wondering why he didn't buy back earlier, but, I mean, he couldn't. The tower wasn't down yet. But here, look, they're porting right next to the tower.
Yeah, no, if he buys back Portal Keys and Arcane Vortexes right there, they could have won this game. I 100% agree. There's no question about that. They could have won this game. Now, Dr. Pulsar does have a post haste as well, so if he saw that, he may have very likely then ported and saved the day. But, yeah, there should have been some kind. I don't know if he just was, frustrated or he just wasn't paying attention, but you're right. He absolutely could have made that something at the very end.
And he wouldn't even have done it at a risk to himself. He could have just put his illusion in the well, then poured in with the illusion, Arcane Vortex,
Mm-hmm.